It is time now for the Peter Channel Afternoon News on this Sunday afternoon, November 13th, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins, and I are top news headlines at 12:10 p.m. this Sunday afternoon here. Top story is Kellyanne Conway, Donald Trump's former campaign manager, said it's incumbent upon Hillary Clinton, President Obama, and other Democratic leaders to calm their supporters and encourage a peaceful transition to power amid anti-Trump demonstrations. NATO leader says going it alone the option after Trump victory. Hillary Clinton not only won the popular vote in Tuesday's election, it's now clear that she won it by a margin larger than two candidates who went on to win the presidency. A powerful 7.8 magnitude earthquake has jolted New Zealand South Island and triggered a tsunami, sending people running in the streets in a panic. Republican U.S. presidential nominee Donald Trump spoke as Trump's $25 billion wall will be impossible to build. Paris, French marketing anniversary of Islamic extremists quoted in a text on Paris with a somber sound and said it was broken only by voices recited the names of 130 slain and the son of the first person to die. Sydney, Australia has reached a resettlement deal with the United States for refugees being held in Papua New Guinea and now after attempting to reach Australia by boat, Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull said Sunday. Close to half of the Americans have negative feelings about the future of the country following the election of Donald Trump as president, while over a third have positive feelings about the path ahead under the president-elect. Colombia's government and the FARC rebel group has signed a revised peace accord Saturday after years of negotiation and half-century conflict. In one of the largest anti-Trump demonstrations since election, massive people on Saturday marched into New York to Trump Tower, the headquarters and home of Mr. Trump. House Speaker Paul Ryan on Sunday, despite Donald Trump's campaign reorder, lawmakers are not prepared to form a deportation force roundup and deport undocumented immigrants. Representative Keith Ellison, Democrat of Minnesota, has emerged as a leading candidate for next chairman of the Democratic National Committee, sidestepped the question Sunday about whether he would be willing to give up his post in Congress to better serve the party. Washington, even before Donald Trump chooses the Supreme Court nominee, the new president can take steps to make the several contentious court cases go away. Moscow, Russian security forces are reported to arrest 10 people with Islamic State ties, where they say that planned terror attacks in Moscow and St. Petersburg. Ankara, Turkey. Turkey is one of the citizens traveling in the United States to steer clear of areas where they protest against the Donald Trump presidency. Boston, the highest court in Massachusetts said here that requests for remedy in a drug lab scandal involving the thousands of criminal cases that first became public in 2012. Public defenders and the American Civil Liberties Union of Massachusetts are asking the court to dismiss about 24,000 criminal cases in which former state chemist Annie Dukan played a role in testing drugs. Prosecutors are strongly opposed to the dismissal of thousands of drug cases without reviewing them from first. A Boston-based youth theater group being honored at the White House this week. Kent billionaire businessman Warren Buffett among the Hillary Clinton supporters say he's now ready to give President-elect Donald Trump a chance. Cyrus Mystery, the ousted chairman of India's biggest conglomerate, denied allegations that units of Tata Sons Limited were driven away because of the structure created by him to manage a $1 billion business empire. But a family earning between $40,000 and $50,000 a year would get a tax cut only $5 She said millions of middle-class working families would see their tax bills rise under Trump's plan of especially single-parent families. Other than some gusty winds to start the weekend, day in the bend, quite tranquil weather at the bottom lately. It looks like the weather will continue at least Monday. That's both for viewing this month's full moon. Oregon's energy and climate outlook unmoved by Trump win. Calls on crisis centers have surged following the election, mental health professionals say, while call centers try to take the increased volume, experts lend advice that are struggling to cope with a Donald Trump presidency. Swiss rug maker Roche logo is seen at the headquarters of Basel, Switzerland, as Roche announced positive results for eczema in the phase 3 study. Statins prevent cardiac death and reduce the incidence of acute coronary syndrome, stroke, and venomous thrombotic disease. As patients take less than 8% of statin dose, have a 45% relative increase in total mortality compared. A new brain scanning study has found that a traumatic stress affects the brains of adolescent boys and girls differently among young for PTSD. The study found that structural differences between the sexes. President-elect Donald Trump sounded very much like a presidential candidate Donald Trump on Sunday morning in a pair of misleading tweets about the New York Times. Hillary Clinton told supporters on Saturday that letters about her email proxies sent by the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation by Congress in the final days of the presidential race weighed heavily on her campaign and contributed to her loss. Peter Channel News Time, 12:16 p.m. on this Sunday afternoon, and it's time now for a New England Insular's report. Important messages at 2-car motor accident on Cranberry Highway and Ben Abbey Road. There are no injuries. Freetown, Massachusetts, single car motor accident 124 Richmond Road. Car for the road in a tree. Peter Channel News Time is now 12:16, and it's time now for a sports report today. The Boston Bruins stand will be taking on the Colorado Avalanche. Game time 7 o'clock. While the New England Patriots be taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Game time 8:30 p.m. New York. Conor McGregor made history on Saturday night when he became the first simultaneous division champion in the UFC who's about knocked out Eddie Alvarez in the second round of the fight at the UFC 205. Deshaun Jackson's injury not good will keep Redskins wide receiver out longer than expected. Boston Celtics wingman James Young and Obama had just had things changing in the NBA. 3 weeks ago, the Celtics were a bid farewell to the former first-round draft pick of another team had offered anything in the ballot. Peter Channel News Time is now 12:17 p.m. on this Sunday afternoon, and it's time now for a travel and transit report. Beep! Let me tell you what it is. Subway 6 minutes late get on a Cabir Route, Worcester Line Train 2504, 10:50 from Worcester's operating 5:50 minutes late. Beyond schedule between West Natigan Substation and Worcester Line Train 2505, 10:40 p.m. from Substation operating 5:50 minutes late between Wellesley Square and Worcester due to track work. Franklin Line Train 2707, 11 train from Substation is operating 5:50 minutes past between Endicott Station and Forge Park Station. And a ferry day looking again. Alright, let's look at the highways and byways of New England here. 95 on the southbound side, it is backed up after Route 7 out in Norwalk, Connecticut. 95 on the northbound side, it is backed up after around the Stamford stretch. 91 on the southbound side, Lowell and 691 Meriden. 91 on the northbound side, slower on Interstate 84, Harvard, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side, back in 291 and 57 in Springfield. Bounce back on westbound side, back in Charlton and Sturbridge. 495 on the southbound side, it is backed up around 290 Marlborough. 146 on the northbound side, it is backed up just around Route 295 in Lincoln. Service Expressway on both ends is back to the Mass, back on the Braintree split. Route 3 on the northbound side, also around Braintree split. 140 on the southbound side is backed up from 195 to 6 in New Bedford. 120 on the southbound side is backed up just before Route 93 out in Redden. Everett Park southbound side also around the Manchester Airport. Interstate 89. 91 on the southbound side is backed up Canadian Border up in Vermont. 87 on the southbound side slow after Canadian Border up in New York State. 55 on the southbound side is also 7 Quebec headed towards the U.S. border. And Ottawa 59 on the northbound side is backed up after the U.S. border in 7 Quebec headed towards Montreal. Peter Channel News Time, 12:18 p.m. on this Sunday afternoon, and it's time now for a weather report. For this afternoon, sunny skies about 59 degrees, southwest about 69 miles an hour. For tonight, clear skies about 31 degrees, southwest about 6 miles an hour. For Monday, sunny skies about 62 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 7 miles an hour. For Monday night, a slight chance rain after 3 a.m. Mostly cloudy skies about 39 degrees. Light south wind, just 20%. For Tuesday, rain may before 5 p.m. high at 55 degrees. And light northeast wind increase at 5 to 10 miles an hour more than just 80%. So that a chance shot may before 4 a.m. Mostly cloudy skies about 44 degrees and just 40%. Wednesday, partly sunny and park clouds about 38 about 48 degrees. Thursday, sunny most clouds about 57 about 38 degrees. Friday, sunny most clouds about 61 about 38 degrees. And for Saturday, most of the sunny skies about 61 degrees. Currently, and not near is fair skies, and it's 55 degrees with a humidity of 43%. At Sharon, it's 55, and Sharon, it's 57, Foxborough, 59, and Mansfield, 57. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Afternoon News on this November 13th, 2016, Sunday afternoon. I appreciate you have a good afternoon, good positive, and I'll see you at 5 o'clock for 5 o'clock. I hope you have a good afternoon.